The following program is brought to you in living color on NBC.
This is a seagull. That was his voice you just heard. That much is sure. And this is the voice of a tugboat, pulling a float loaded with freight cars across New York Harbor. No question about that. And it's quite true that New York Harbor lies between two railroads, the Pennsylvania and the Long Island. And it's also true that every day, the fat little tug with its waddling old float picks up the Pennsylvania's freight cars in Jersey and ferries them across the harbor to Brooklyn. Here, the freights are unloaded, and the Long Island puts its own cars on the float. And back they go across to Jersey, past huge ships and soaring buildings, back and forth all day and all night under the watchful eye of the scolding gull. That much is true to this very day. But our story, no, I think we better call it a fable. Well, it couldn't have happened on land or sea. Certainly not on the Long Island Railroad, or the Pennsylvania Railroad, or anywhere in between. Never.
The Art Carney Show. The first portion brought to you by DELCO, Delco Dry Charge Battery, and the second by AC Spark Plug. Tonight, Art Carney in Full Moon Over Brooklyn, based on an original story by Wolcott Gibbs, starring Elaine Stritch, Frank McHugh, Robert Weber, Barbara Ann Barry. Adapted for television by Irving Gaynor Nyman. Produced by David Susskind. Directed by Jack Smite.
Once there was a man called Joe Next Week. Whenever something had to be done soon, Joe would say, "Next week, dear." Even on vacation, when his car began to buck and stall, Joe wasn't too concerned. He'd comment, "Next week, dear." And you can guess what happened to the car. Don't you wait until next week for a tune-up of your car's ignition and electrical system. Have it done now, before winter-worn parts can spoil your summer driving. Stop to see the man who handles Delco Remy ignition and electrical system parts. Look for these familiar orange and black Delco Remy parts containers. It's a good sign of good service, because any dealer who uses Delco Remy quality parts knows what's best for your car. Delco Remy replacement parts and Delco dry charge batteries, products of General Motors, distributed nationally by the United Motors System.
Okay to disembark, Captain?
All right. Oh, yeah.
Jersey, Brooklyn. Listen, Maloney, I got 2 switch engines tied up waiting for that circus. Well, if it was here, I'd know it, for crying out loud, wouldn't I? Are you saying I'm blind or something?
Dad, for goodness sakes.
If the circus was here, I could smell it, for crying out loud. Like you. And the Pennsylvania, Maloney.
Dad, what do you think to say?
Good morning. The great Biggs and Holloway Circus has landed.
How do you know?
Well, I just came over with the first contingent.
Then you should have waited for them to unload them cars. This way, you're a passenger. No passengers allowed.
The man on the barge told me that... Could I borrow some of your aqua pura?
Aqua what?
Water, baby, water.
Listen, Maloney, just remember, if that circus float sunk in the harbor, the Pennsylvania's responsible. That'll give them something to think about.
Thanks for the water.
Are you with a circus?
Oh, Jonathan Dawes, public relations at your service.
Oh. Isn't October pretty late for a circus?
Well, we're usually in winter quarters by now, but the public just won't let us quit.
Did Milton come over with you?
Milton?
My fiancé.
Oh, the man on the barge.
Floats. We call them floats.
Well, that's nice to know, honey.
Well, if Milton came over with you, where is he then?
Hey! Real live line I come over with. Raja's name is. King of the jungle.
Some king with no king.
What were you ever king of? The garbage scout. Oh, Ellen. Oh, Mr. Hobbs. How do you like that? I come over here with a real lion today. Wonderful. Yeah. Hey, he lives in one of the cars. They got people living in their cars, too. Not with a lion. They're separate. Hey, like that, Ellen. I come to work with a real live lion today.
Wonderful.
Well, at least it's something different.
So was last night different? You're having a very different 24 hours.
Just still sore about last night. I don't know why you still sore about last night.
What's the bit with the lunch pail, Ellie?
$5. $5, Milton.
You gotta try to understand.
I will never understand $5.
Diamond Jim Milton. Was something I always wanted to do.
To throw away $5 on a band leader you never even saw before in a nightclub?
For playing our song. It was Saturday night. I was feeling good. What's so terrible about that?
What's so terrible, he says?
It's terrible because you're supposed to be saving money so that we can get married finally. It's terrible because we have been engaged for 4 years and you keep doing crazy things instead of trying to get ahead like everybody.
Ambition.
Excuse me.
I told you a million times I don't want to get ahead like everybody else.
And if you tell me again you want something different, I'll scream.
That's it. I want something different.
Oh, wait a minute. Wait, don't scream.
Listen, excuse me, what's the lunch pail bit? What do? You trade lunches? Is that it?
No, my mother makes my lunch, but Ellen thinks she ought to make it because we're engaged, so I eat Ellen.
Well, who eats the other one?
I do. Very tasty, too.
Ellen makes a fine lunch also.
Then why are you always snitching samples out of mine?
Hey, can I have a cup of coffee?
Sure. Just
you
put a
gotta look
dime
at
in
it.
the kitty.
You gotta look at it this way. What do? I take floats across the river.
Back and forth.
That's it. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, I mean, what kind of a work is that for a man? I mean, with people starving in India.
Drop a hook overboard. Maybe you can catch some fish for the Indians.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's very funny. Everybody's laughing. Ho, ho.
I had to get engaged to a philosopher.
Listen, a man has got to do some good in the world.
You can't do better any place than on a railroad.
Railroad, he says.
You could even be yardmaster after my father retires if you tried.
Yardmaster. Big deal.
I heard that.
Well, I mean it. What are you, yardmaster? You send people back and forth. Nothing changes. Everything is just the same. Only you got to be mean.
Will you listen to the crumb? There's been a yardmaster in my family for 3 generations, and you'll never see the day when you have half the brains you'll need for my job.
Now you hurt Daddy's feelings.
I told my daughter you was a nothing the day you was engaged 4 years ago, and I still say the same. Brooklyn. Well, sure he's on his way back. Get on your way back. Well, I don't care how many switch engines you got tied up. If that's your idea of how to run a railroad.
Listen,
Why don't you get one of those books?
I'm going to wait to see the rest of the circus comes across, okay? You mind if I wait here with you?
I don't mind.
I'm glad, honey. Gee, I like your hair.
He's on his way back. What do you think he's doing? Well, it just so happens that he isn't. And it just so happens that we don't allow that on company time.
Don't worry, Maloney. If this stuff survived the ride on the Pennsylvania, nothing can happen to us. Oh, yeah. Peanut butter again. Nothing with it, just plain dry old peanut butter. Hey, hey, hey! Hey, hey! Well, you ask a foolish question, you get a foolish answer.
Desmond Clyde, world's greatest wild animal trainer, and Carmenita.
Igor! The...
Hey, you. Hey! I'm talking to you.
Oh.
What are you, some kind of a nut?
No,
Well, what are you hollering at?
nothing.
Well, then you're some kind of a nut. Only cut it out, will you? I'm trying to get a little sleep in here.
Didn't you ever, feel like yelling?
Yeah, what for?
I don't know, just for yelling, to express your feelings.
No.
Oh. Okay, it's up to you.
What are you doing now?
Nothing.
What are you gonna do, holler at Igor?
Why should I holler at Igor?
You know what he is?
No.
He's a bear.
The bear, huh? Boy, I bet he don't like it in that there cage, huh?
Why not?
Well, nobody likes it in the cage.
So he got better to do. Bears don't like it if you holler at him, unless you've known him a long time.
Oh, I wasn't going to holler at him. In fact, before when I was hollering, I wasn't hollering at anybody. I was just hollering to express my feelings. I was just going to take a look at him.
You never seen a bear before?
Oh, yeah, sure. Lots of them.
Well, you seen one, you seen them all.
Yeah. Hey, do you work with the animals in the circus?
That's me, Carmenita.
Oh, boy. I'm telling you. I never met a real animal trainer.
No, that's okay. I never met a real nut.
What?
You haven't got any cigarettes on you, have you?
Yeah. Yeah.
That's okay, you can come in.
Help yourself.
Thanks. You're a real sport.
Right. My name is Milton Barker.
Okay.
You're pretty, all right.
Take it easy, Milty. You'll sweep me off my feet.
You live here all the time? Next to the bear?
It's a special privilege comes with being in the Animal Act. Besides, I'm the only one who understands him.
No kidding.
I guess I'm lucky at that, though. The rest of the troop got to live in the trailers with people.
You
like that?
I kid.
Huh? You want to see him?
Could I? No, I mean, you know, is it all right?
You've seen one, you've seen them all.
Say, lady,
Now, give me a hand here.
you get right inside the cage there with the animals in your eye?
Sure.
Don't you ever get scared?
Ah, it's all in the game. Just got to look them straight in the eye.
Boy, little lady like you.
Nah, it's nothing. Just got to show him who's boss. There he is. Igor the Inevitable.
Why they call him that?
That beats me. Our publicity man named him that. He says there's nothing as fierce as the Inevitable.
Oh, you say that again.
Hey there, Igor. He's sleeping. Hey, Igor, wake up!
Look, lady, if he's sleeping...
Hey, stupid, wake up! Look at that.
Give him a break, you know. Maybe he's dreaming, he's out of the cage chasing lady bears or something.
Hey, Igor. Hey, Igor, you big slob, wake up! You got a long pole or something?
I got a boat hook.
Yeah, that's okay.
Hey,
I give him a poke in the ribs.
what do you want to do that for?
I told you got to show him who's boss.
Oh.
How do you like that?
You're stubborn, huh?
Look at this. Hey, Igor. Hey, Igor. Ciao, Igor. Time for chow, Igor. That always wakes his slob up.
Why doesn't he?
Boy, if he didn't feel that.
Look, maybe he's sick or something.
Something is right. That bear's dead. Hey, Igor! He's dead, I tell you! Igor!
Hey, Igor,
That's
wake
the
up.
story of my life. I get in a bear rack and the bear dies.
Igor, come on already, wake up. Hey there. Lady, what's Mr. Hobbs gonna say?
Well, how should I know what Mr. Hobbs is going to say?
No, I mean, he's supposed to be a live shipment. You think we maybe better cover him up?
No. He's dead, ain't he? The more air, the better.
Oh. How can you be sure if he's dead?
All right, you wake him up. I'm wrong.
Hey there. Igor. Whoo. Hey, Igor. 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 Hey, Igor. Hey!
Hey! Where do you think you're going with that lettuce?
You tell me if I'm wrong. You're a man.
Oh, and you're a woman.
Well, thank you.
I couldn't help noticing.
Well, what gets into a man like Milton? He's got a good job, actually. I mean, it's not president, but who is?
Yeah, well, your point's well taken.
And especially where he could be next in line to my father, like the Prince of Wales, you know, and have a nice steady income and build a little house for himself and somebody. But oh no, not him. He's got to have something different.
Oh, well, if I were in his place, I wouldn't ask for anything different. You know, you're a very pretty girl.
Thank you. That's what I keep telling Milton. But we're engaged.
That wasn't a lettuce. I thought it was a lettuce. O2?
On time.
Oh, that's good. That's good.
Mr. Hobbs.
Yeah?
Mr. Hobbs, you know that circus shipment?
Sure, I know that circus shipment.
There's a dead bear in it.
Igor?
Yeah, that's right. He's dead.
You mean to tell me that you let Maloney slip over a dead bear on you? I will never learn this guy.
Igor is the best act in our show. If you killed that bear, your railroad's going to pay for it.
I don't know when he died. Maybe on the way over.
How many times do I have to tell you? If there's any damaged livestock in a shipment, it's always done by the Pennsylvania, and they're liable. Never by the Long Island Railroad. That is written in the Constitution of the United States.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
He's just not bright, your boy.
Oh,
wait a minute.
Hey, they're not unloading that float, are they?
Yeah.
Well, get down there and stop them. If we accept that shipment, we're responsible. We'll have to pay for the bear. You know how much a dead bear costs?
Now, do you?
Move. Oh, Helen, I think you're engaged to an idiot. Jersey, Brooklyn. Okay, Maloney. What's the idea of the dead bear?
Yeah. Igor! Wake up. I don't think he's faking, do you?
Oh, he sure ain't. Well, I got to call Biggs and Holloway.
What for?
Well, I got to make the funeral arrangements, Scuddy.
Scotty. Must be circus talk. Well, there you go. I guess you're dead, all right. Maybe you're better off. I mean, after all, what kind of a life is it? For you in that cage there. Pacing back and forth, back and forth.
Hey, Milton!
Lots of luck, you go.
Hey, Milton!
Yeah.
Okay, pull her out of there. Milton, take the whole thing back to Jersey with my compliments.
Did you fix it with Maloney?
Maloney thinks he fixed it with us. Take it back.
Well, wait a minute, wait. He'll only send it back here.
So will I. Take off!
Wait a minute, I know you two. I ain't spending the rest of my life on this float going back and forth with no dead bear.
You took the bear, you take him back. Take that float back to Jersey or I'll have your job.
All right, fine. Okay, you got it.
Milton!
Well, what do you expect?
You let the bear get on, didn't you?
Well, yeah, maybe.
Oh, Milton, if you lose your job, we'll never get married.
Well, ain't a bad idea neither.
But you don't understand.
Milton, do you want to ruin our whole future?
That's not the point.
There's another person.
Do it for my sake, Milton.
Do it for Pete's sake. Only do it!
All right. Okay, I'll do it. Sure, we'll do it. Oh, boy.
All ashore that's going ashore, right, Millie?
Who's she?
Sorry, lady, you can't get off here.
I mean, I can't get off here.
Who is she?
She's part of the ship.
Who's it?
Take it away! Take it all back to the other
But
side!
they could be out there all night.
So I gotta get over to...
Indefinitely.
Now, wait a minute, Milton. I don't like this whole idea.
Come on,
Stand and get off.
I can't. I can't stretch it. I can't, you know.
I love you.
I love you, too, honey.
Milton.
Yeah.
Who is she?
Tell him who I am.
Desmond Clyde's assistant.
This key starts the electrical system of your car. Your car's electrical system is complex. When it comes time to replace parts, remember Delco Remy. Look for the service dealer who stocks Delco Remy parts in the familiar orange and black containers. For reliable electrical system parts and expert quality service, remember Delco Remy. Delco Remy, products of General Motors, distributed nationally through the United Motors system.
And what's more, I'll sue you for every penny you got, which probably isn't very much anyways, in Jersey! Well?
I told you they wouldn't let us land in Jersey. They wouldn't let us land in Jersey. I told you.
Well, you got some head on you, Milty. That's all I can say.
The Pennsylvania won't accept the responsibility for paying for no dead bear. You don't know Maloney.
All right, then let the Long Island pay for it.
You don't know Mr. Hobbs.
I don't know any of you slobs, but I'm telling you, I'm getting off of here. And I'll tell you another thing. You're all nuts, and that's for sure.
What are you picking on me for? I'm stuck out here, too, you know.
Now, you start telling me your troubles now. Do that.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I had a feeling it was going to happen. Oh, yeah, sure. I had a feeling it happened, and now it's happening. I had a dream once. I had a dream that I couldn't get off one of these things here.
Can you tell me about your dreams now?
I had a dream once.
You got a cigarette?
I had a dream. You know what? The thing is that she don't understand. She don't understand a man. Ellen, I mean.
That's your girl back there in the dock?
Yeah.
Figures.
You wouldn't understand either. I mean, you lead a different kind of life. You're with a circus, you know. It's free and easy.
Wait a minute. I'm as much of a lady as she is.
Who said you weren't?
And don't you forget it.
All right. The man without a country.
What?
A man without a country. Didn't you ever read that in school?
And I got as much education as you got.
Who said you didn't?
And don't you forget that.
All right. Man without a country. They put him on a boat, too. Wouldn't let him land in the United States.
Yeah, they won't even let us land in Jersey.
And after a while, when he died, finally, they dumped him overboard.
Thanks for telling me. Boy, I sure got a couple of live ones for a boat ride, you and Igor. Hey, wait a minute. Is that a boat out there?
Yeah, that's a boat out there. Oh, there's lots of boats there. That's a nice boat. Hey!
Hey! Hey, you in the boat! Hey! Hey!
What? What, are you some kind of a nut or something? Oh.
Okay, Milton. Looks like we're going to spend the rest of our natural lives on a raft together. Might as well make the most of it. Let me buy you a drink.
Well, don't worry about him. He'll be okay out there with Carmenita.
Oh, gee.
Yeah, it's the way of all flesh. Flesh. Now, take you and me.
It's probably all my fault. I drove him to it.
Look, will you forget about him? We've got the whole night in front of us.
Actually, he's a very sweet guy. But then, bang! $5 to hear a band play Stardust once in a nightclub. And for only $3.98 plus tax, you can buy the same song on a long-playing record, plus others, for your home.
I just love your hair.
For only $3.98 plus tax, you can hear Stardust indefinitely.
Well, that'd be very nice.
Have a cup of coffee. Oh, it's a beautiful night out there. I hope it doesn't get too chilly for Milton out on the water.
Oh, not with Carmenita.
Where's Milton now?
Hello, Jersey? Brooklyn. Yeah, I know. You sent the bear back. And I'm sending it right back to you. I don't care what you do with it. Eat it for all I care.
Is he kidding when he really kept sending them back and forth all night long?
He never kids about the railroad.
Can I use your phone?
Anybody with a dime can use it.
Oh.
You realize that you are making Milton stay alone with that woman on that float?
I'm not making it. It's the Long Island Railroad that's making him.
How does it help the Long Island for Milton to be out all night with that woman?
It's the principle, honey. You let the Pennsylvania get away with a dead bear, and the next thing you know, you'll have an animal cemetery over here.
Can I speak to Mr. Epworth, please?
Did you finish typing them waybills yet?
Oh, how can I think about waybills when Milton is stranded?
Milton has been stranded from the day he was born.
I mean stranded with the assistant of Desmond Clyde.
Hello, Phil. Hey, this is Johnny Dawes. What's shaking, sweetie baby? Hey, hold it a minute. Big news breaking. Type fast. Phil? I got a great feature for your paper. Guaranteed Monday front page if you just promise to give my circus a big play. The Biggs in Holloway, silly. Well, nobody ever heard of it. That's why I'm giving you the story. Oh, I just love your hair. Now, Phil, here's the way it goes. Big, beautiful blonde. Big dead bear. From Biggs in Holloway. Beleaguered.
Which way are we going now? Towards Jersey or Brooklyn?
Brooklyn again.
I guess it don't make much difference.
How do you like the harbor at night? Nice, huh?
Man, it's peachy.
Yep. This is one of your more beautiful nights.
There it is.
Full moon and all that. Yep. Still in all, this is one of your more beautiful nights out here in the harbor. Hey, you know, the circus must be something. Boy, I'm telling you, it must be something. Doing the kind of work you do. making people and kids happy and traveling all over the place. Now, you know, not just going back and forth like me. Isn't that right? Yeah. Have another drink.
Oh, thanks, from my own bottle.
I'll buy another one when we get off.
If we get off.
Yeah.
You know something? You're a nice kid. You're a little whacked up. But you're a nice kid. I like you, Milton.
Say, Miss Carmenita, do you think that I could, get a job at a circus?
Yeah, we always got an opening for clowns. Get that?
I get all of the things. No, I mean it. That's something I dream about all the time, getting a job at a circus. I wouldn't make it in a trillion years there. But you don't have to worry no more. You don't have to dream no more. You got it made.
Yeah, you want to look at it that way. I guess so. You know, I never looked at it that way.
Oh, sure. You gotta look at it that way. Say, how about a sandwich?
Does your girl make that for you?
Ah, that's the difference. Help yourself.
Thanks.
Here, take the banana, too.
Hey, you're a real sport, Milton.
Oh, I go all the way.
I don't know.
Wait a minute. Let me...
I can eat that later.
Hey. Dry peanut butter. Nothing else, you know, no butter all the time.
You know, I never told you this, but do you know what I really am? A ballet dancer.
A dancer, huh?
No, I'm serious. It comes natural to me.
Comes... Really? Is that what you did before you worked with the animals?
Oh, yeah.
Circus?
I was in one of the biggest attractions in the circus. It was an act called The Living Statues. I was famed leading the horse.
Fame? Oh.
You won't believe this. They painted me from head to bottom in bronze paint. No, wait.
No.
And I had to stand in the middle of that ring for 5 minutes, motionless. No, I mean it. I didn't move a muscle.
No.
Oh, it was something. Of course, then I got the shakes and spoiled the effect.
Oh, hey.
It'll do it.
Sure, every time then.
No, wait a minute, I want to tell you something.
Statues can't shake.
But in this animal act I do with Igor, it doesn't mean a thing, because the more I shake, the better they like it. You know, they think I'm scared, and it makes it so exciting for them.
You're more scared than you really are.
Than I really realize.
Boy. I'm just thinking. You stand 5 minutes with that bronze all over you.
Right.
Boy, you really must have been something.
Yeah. I was something all right.
Poor Igor.
Who?
No, I just mentioned poor Igor was out of the act because he's dead. We shouldn't forget about him.
Yeah. Poor Igor.
Well, maybe he's better off.
Well, at least he ain't stuck on no raft with you making passes.
Oh, okay, if that's your attitude.
Hey, Mildy.
All right.
Poor Igor. Oh. Poor Igor.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Poor Igor. You know, won't be long now before we'll have to bury him at sea like the man without a country.
It's a pretty creepy thought.
I got a thought that ain't so creepy.
Like what?
Like this.
You know this one, Milt? The bear went over the mountain, the bear went over the mountain, the bear went over the mountain, and what do you think he saw?
He saw another mountain, he saw another mountain, he saw another mountain.
And what do you think he did? He climbed another mountain. He climbed another mountain. What do you think he did? He saw another... Mel, you haven't got a thing to worry about. You're going to join up with the circus where we have free expression of the inner soul.
That's a beautiful thought.
Yeah, you bet your ever-loving that's a beautiful thought. You know who said it to me? Miss Lichtenwalder.
Who?
Oh, Miss Lichtenwalder, my dancing teacher.
You did? I thought you said it comes natural to you.
Oh, I only had her a couple of months. My mother used to take me every Wednesday afternoon when I was a kid. Interpretive dancing, they used to call it.
Yeah.
No, you would have screamed. You should have seen this old crock. She's running around, posing and jumping around and dancing barefoot. It was a scream, honest. She had a long veil hanging from her like a curtain. You would have died.
Bare feet?
Yeah. She was hung up on one thing, all right. The free expression of the inner soul. That's old Miss Lichtenwalder. But you know what? Every once in a while, it looked like something. Poor old Miss Lichtenwalder.
You know, I sure would like to see you dance.
You're kidding.
No, I'm not kidding. I wouldn't. I mean it seriously.
You know, I do it in a special costume, and I got it with me. I made it myself.
It'd be a privilege for me.
You mean it's okay? Now don't go away.
Where'd I go?
Okay. Now don't go away.
Oh, no.
I'll do it.
Yeah. Hey, yeah. Hey,
Maybe you can do a cute headline with all the B's. You know, Bay Ridge, Bayonne, Bear. And don't forget Biggs in Holloway. It's my circus. Now, look, Phil, he's out there like the man without a country. The book.
The pay telephone, I said. This is railroad property you're using.
All right, you got a dime?
Oh, sure, I got a dime. Hi.
But why would Milton yell like that if he wasn't in trouble? I know Milton's voice when he's yelling. What if the float is sinking or something?
Maybe that's the solution. We're possibly insured against that.
Oh, for goodness sakes. And you're just as bad, if you ask me. Why did you have to tell the papers?
Well, that's my job, honey.
That's no excuse. Now the whole world will know that Milton is in trouble.
Well, from what you tell me, Milton's always been in trouble. Hey, what happened? I lost my dime. What's my old stove?
Why do you say that?
What?
About Milton. Because he has a couple of different ideas? Because he isn't like every other slob in the world?
Well, now, wait a minute. You're the one that says he does crazy things.
I can say anything I want. He's my fiancé. But that doesn't mean you have to print it in the papers.
Let's not fight. I like you.
That doesn't mean you have to take advantage. What if they never let him back on land again?
Well, that's the way of all flesh. Like I said, honey, we've got the whole night in front of us. Oh, I just love your hair.
Oh, hope he has enough to.
free expression of the inner soul. That's the thing, right, Igor? I mean, a man can go back and forth his whole life, with or without dreams, and it's nothing. Right? Right. You couldn't even stand it once across.
This him.
Where are you going?
Oh, no, that's my Victrola.
Oh, I'll take it. Oh, wind it up.
No, it just steadies me.
Yeah. Should I put the record on now?
Now, all the time I'm dancing, you gotta imagine the spotlight on me.
Oh, yeah.
No, every time I dance, there's a spotlight on me.
Yeah. Should I put the record on?
And every time I do it, it's different. I just dance the way I feel.
Sure. Should I put the record
It's
on?
interpretive.
Yeah. I'll put the record on.
Okay. Hey, watch me. That's it. Catch that throw.
It was great. I mean it.
Fat lot, you know.
No, I really mean it. That was nice, real nice.
I'm going to bed.
Listen, Carmenita, you know the part I like the nicest? Was the interpretive part. You know, where it showed what kind of a person you really are.
Yeah, I'd like to know what kind.
Like you said before, a real lady. Honest, a real lady.
What do you mean that showed? The dance?
Anybody seeing you could tell.
That's awful. That's awful nice of you, Milton.
Don't mention it.
No, thanks. I mean, you know what? I'm glad it shows. You never can be sure that it shows.
Night, Miss Carmenator. That's the whole thing, huh, Igor? Nobody makes it. She can't make it neither. Nobody makes it. Move over, kid. Well, we're over the mountain. Right, Igor? Right.
This half of the Art Carney Show is presented by AC Spark Plug. In spark plugs, AC means reliability. 125 tons roaring along a railroad track, secured by strong steel spikes. Spikes so tough,
that they can withstand the thousands upon thousands of pounds of force that it takes to penetrate this steel plate. Tremendous strength and toughness. But who would think that the ceramic insulator of an AC spark plug could stand up under the same treatment? Yet, take the same steel plate, with the spike still embedded at the left, and again, many thousands of pounds of force. Until the tiny ceramic AC insulator has gone through the steel. Why make spark plugs so tough? It takes toughness like this to produce AC's thin, deeply recessed, hot tip. This exclusive thin design is what provides AC's faster heating, faster cooling action that burns away fouling carbon deposits as soon as they form. To bring you the advantages of this thin, hot tip, AC puts an extra measure of strength into every AC fire ring spark plug. Remember this next time you change. Remember, too, that fouled spark plugs sap a car's power, dull its performance, and waste gas. That's why you should change spark plugs at least every 10,000 miles. And when you change to the cleaner burning, longer lasting spark plugs with built-in reliability. AC fire rings. They must be the best.
Cigarette, will you?
Miss Carney,
oh, some head.
Yeah. Here you go.
I'm sorry. I guess I got pretty crocked last night, huh?
Yeah, sure. Here you go.
Was I dancing?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. I thought so.
Sure, here you go.
That's what I usually do when I get crocked, is dance.
Of course. Here you go.
Now, I was only doing it for laughs. I promise you, I was just clowning around.
Sure. Just for laughs. Here you go. Listen, Carmenita, by any chance, have you seen Igor this morning?
Can't even see you this... What are you talking about?
Igor, your bear's missing.
What do you mean he's missing?
He's missing, that's what I said. I talked to him last night when he was dead. I remember that.
Oh, you must have tied one on, too.
Yeah, sure, but where is he?
Where is he? What'd you do with him?
Me?
What did you do with him?
What did I do
That bear's circus property, dead or alive. I'm live.
I couldn't do nothing with him. He probably weighs a ton.
Well, then where is he?
Hey! I don't know. You're the animal trainer. You tell me.
Wait a minute.
What?
You know what I think?
What?
I think Igor wasn't dead at all. See, I think he was just hibernating.
Oh, hibernate?
That's what bears do. It's October. And
I know what it means.
Poor old slob. We probably woke him up.
No rest for the weary, huh?
Yeah, well, I don't know how anybody could sleep with you hollering all the time.
I don't holler all the time.
You're in great shape. All the time. But not all the time.
Look, just listen to me. We gotta find the bear, don't we?
All right, what? Oh, hold it.
Hey there, Rico.
Wait a minute, I'll get this door. That's it.
You can handle him okay, can't you?
Yes, I can.
All right, over there.
No, I didn't tell you, but I just hand the trainer the chair and the whip. See, that's all I do.
That's nice.
But that just says a simple thing. You gotta show him who's boss. Igor. There's a nice boy, Egg.
Yeah.
How are you, Egg?
Hey, there we go.
No, nobody's gonna hurt you, Egg.
No. Hello, Igor. Nice boy. It's a boy, isn't he?
Yeah, what else?
Well, you can't tell by the name.
Igor?
Yeah.
He's moving now. Wait a minute.
Igor, we're gonna be in Brooklyn in a couple of minutes, Igor.
Let's go around.
Igor, you gotta keep filming. And when we get to Brooklyn, Desmond Clyde will take care of you, Igor. That's enough. I gotta face up to Mr. Hobbs on the Long Island Railroad without facing up to a wild man.
Did you leave this in here?
Yeah, I must have left that in here. Do you think he got some?
Yeah, I think he got some. Bears go crazy with liquor in and watch it.
Bears drink?
Boy, you got some head on you, Milty.
How was I supposed to know?
Please go.
When the bear was dead. What am I going to tell Mr. Parkington, a vice president of the Long Island Railroad, now the bear's alive?
Why don't you shoot him?
You can't shoot the vice president of the Long Island Railroad.
The bear, I mean.
Oh, well, I thought of that. But what are you going to do with all those reporters outside? Say, why don't you tell those monkeys that we'll be out after? Wait a minute.
Well, they've got their deadlines to make steady.
Oh, that's too bad about their deadlines. I've got the reputation of a whole railroad to protect. I still don't understand. What kind of a bird brain don't know the difference between a live bear and a dead bear?
How many times do I have to tell you? What?
They say give them a story or they make one up.
Oh, that's fine. Well, I'll fire him, of course. Do you think that'll get the Long Island off the hook? I forgot to tell you, you're fired.
Oh, now, wait a minute.
Well, I won't reconsider. No, I won't reconsider.
Well, look, I'll tell you something. Why don't you think of something, Bird Brain? You're supposed to be a big publicity genius, so get him out of this.
I'm going to be canned, because I was on the float, right?
You heard me.
And you were going to can me if I get off the float, right?
Well, that was last night.
Oh.
This is some kooky way to run a railroad.
Well, nobody asked you.
No, I'm telling you, though.
Oh, wait. Brooklyn, and leave me alone, Malone. Oh, excuse me, Mr. Parkington. Yes, sir? You've been detained. Well, I'll take care of everything. Goodbye. Detained, my foot. He's dumping the whole thing on my head.
Well, it's your fault, isn't it?
Oh, now, wait a minute. Now, listen to me.
No, wait a minute. You listen to me for a change.
You tell him, Millie, that boy.
Yeah, I've been pushed around long enough here, and I'm sick of it, see?
Why, Milton Barker.
Yeah, back and forth, and this is the thanks I get. I'm going to tell those reporters the real story. I'll tell them what really happened, how you wouldn't let us land because the Long Island Railroad was too cheap to pay for a poor dead bear.
The Long Island Railroad is not cheap. That's a terrible thing to say.
I don't care. I said it, and I'm glad I said it. I'll tell them. Boy, somebody could have been sick or dying out there. A lot you care, just as long as the railroad don't get stuck with no bill.
Sick?
Yeah, sick.
Now, let's not get excited, Milton.
Did you say sick?
I said sick, certainly. The bear could have been sick instead of sleeping, like in sleeping sickness, yeah.
Oh, that's it, Millie, that's it. The bear was sick. Milton and Carmenita wouldn't let it land until they nursed it back to health. Now, is that a great human interest story, huh?
Did he really nurse the bear back to health?
Yes, he fed him liquor and it revived him.
Oh, say, isn't that great? Oh, that kind of gets everybody off the... Oh, Milton, that's a good idea you had, Milton.
I got a lot of good ideas if you stop yelling long enough to listen to them. But don't think for 1 minute that I'm going to save your skin. No, tell those reporters a bunch of lies after me being canned by you.
You took me serious? No fooling, Milton. You took me serious? Yeah. Now, why would I want to do a thing like that?
Because you don't like me.
I don't like you? Well, what an idea.
You said he was dumb.
Well, I'll show you how dumb I think he is. You know that new job? In charge of the turntable?
Turntable?
With a raise? It's yours. What do you say, Milty? Old boy, old sock, old kid? Is that a deal?
Well, I don't know. I'd like to consider it for a little while, sleep on it, and I'll be in touch with it.
Ah, that's fine, Milton. Thanks very much. Come on, Dawes. I want to talk to these newspapers.
Come on, honey. I want to get a couple of shots with you and Igor. Oh, I just love her hair.
So long, Millie.
Bye.
It's like I told you. You just got to show him who's boss.
Yeah.
You got a nice kid there, honey. He's a little whacked up, but he's a nice kid. So long.
Bye. Owen, what do you say we go out of doors?
All right, Milton. Milton,
Yeah, honey?
are you glad? I mean, about the new job?
Oh, yeah, sure. I'm glad about the new job. At least it's different, Not going back and forth all the time. On a turntable, you're round and round.
Won't be so bad, Milton. You'll see. We'll do different things.
Different things?
Yeah, different things. Like tipping the band leader and all that on the side. I mean, as long as you keep on trying, you never know what can happen. Isn't that right?
That's right, honey. And thank you.
Milton,
Yeah, honey?
how would it be if we went to Peoria for our honeymoon?
Peoria?
Well, it's someplace different.
Oh, yeah. I bet nobody ever went to Peoria on a honeymoon.
Nobody except us, Milton.
Peoria?
This is the start of engine protection for your car, the quality manufacture of an AC oil filter. The AC Triple Trapper oil filter gives three-way protection with stronger filtering material, assembled by a patented process to give more usable area, and in a unique fold for greater trapping capacity. Along the line, AC builds in more reliability with heavy steel end plates, secured by the strongest adhesive in the industry. To assure top reliability, AC makes constant production line and laboratory checks. Filtering material is tested for resin content, cure, and strength. And in final assembly, further tests and inspections check quality of construction. At AC, extra measures of reliability are built into each filter designed for each car and truck. So next time you change oil, get the finest engine protection money can buy for your car. An AC Triple Trapper oil filter.
Next week at this time, see the turbulent years of the young Mark Twain's life on Roughing It, starring James Daly in color. Now stay tuned for Masquerade Party, also in color next on most of these NBC stations.
Moon Over Brooklyn was brought to you by AC Spark Plug, the electronics division of General Motors, and DELCO, Delco Dry Charge Battery, on The Art Carney Show.
Now is the time to say yes to the MS Hope Chest. Join the fight to conquer chronic, crippling multiple sclerosis, a disease of the central nervous system. Remember, MS hits hardest at young adults in the 20 to 40 age group, and that's why home is where the hurt is. When multiple sclerosis hits, remember, give to the MS Hope Chest.
From the rubble of defeat to where? See Germany 15 years later on Worldwide 60, Saturday on NBC television.